So I haven't really filmed much at all recently, guys. I just got back a couple days ago from Texas. I was visiting my sister down there, and I didn't really get to film too much just because I was hanging out with her. But I did upload a video while I was down in Texas. If you guys haven't seen that, I'll leave a link down in the description below. But besides that, I didn't really have a chance to film. Like I said, I was hanging out with her, so I didn't even bring my camera. But I'm back now. I didn't sleep in 27 hours because I drove back from Texas last week, so I'm still trying to catch up on sleep. Even though I'm tired, I am going to get to the gym now, so I'm going to be training legs. So I'm going to take you guys with me, show you what I go through, and then we'll get on with the rest of the video. If you guys haven't seen my last video where I went over the 3 Nails clothing clothes that I got, this is one of the shirts that I picked up. This is the minimalistic long sleeve shirt. It has their mission statement on the back, and then it also has the 3 nails on the front there. So nice and minimalistic. I wear a size large. I weigh 180 pounds and I am almost 6 foot. So if you guys are looking to get new gym clothes or new clothes just to wear around, go check them out. I'll leave a link down in the description below. But let's get to the gym now. I'll see you guys there. What's going on, guys? I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a little while since I filmed my last video. If this is your first time here, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you guys for joining me again. But to start off this workout, guys, I did the leg press machine. I usually like to start with doing the squats first on the rack, but I decided to start with leg press instead. I usually don't like to start with leg press, but I just decided to start with it this time because I wanted to start with a movement or an exercise where I'm actually sitting down first. Last couple times I've actually done squats, I felt pretty lightheaded when I was done. I think that's because of low blood pressure that runs in my family a little bit, so I just have to take it easy with how hard I'm going right out of the bat. So I usually like to start with doing at least some sort of cardio just before I go into heavy lifting, especially for leg day. But once I warm up, it seems to be okay. But for this one, I was actually short on time as well. So I wanted to make sure I still got a good workout, but I just cut down on some of the other exercises and just did a lot of volume. So I did about 3 sets of the leg press here. I was shooting for about 20 to 30 reps for each set. So like I said, a lot of volume for these, but I was shooting for a good pump, especially since it was a shorter workout. I wanted to make sure I got at least a good workout in. So once I did these, guys, I moved on to doing a couple other leg exercises. So I started off with doing the leg extension machine after finishing with the leg press, which you guys will see here in just a second. For these, I kept the weight a little bit lighter. I like to keep these pretty light in general. I just feel like it's not really an exercise that's meant to go super heavy, but that's just my opinion. So I do like to keep it pretty light and get a full contraction of the quads as they come up. So I like to try to hold it there for a second or two once I extend my legs fully, and then come back down nice and slow, and then repeat that a couple times. So I did about 3 sets of these as well, shot for about 17 to 20-ish reps. It kind of varied as I went on and how I was feeling and what weight I used, but I kind of switched it up as I kept going. The second set, I did increase the weight a little bit and try to keep the same amount of reps to see how many I could actually do. Before I get on this machine, I make sure that my knees are actually lined up with the axis point. For this machine, it was that red little handle there. That's where the machine pivots around. So I usually try to make sure, well, I always try to make sure that my knees are lined up with that before I start. If it's not, you can put a lot of pressure on your knees, which can lead to injuries. So that's one thing I always check before I do these. But once I'm lined up, it's definitely a good workout for the quads and isolating those in particular. After those, it moved on to doing the hamstring curl machine. There's a lot of these at my gym. There's a lot of different types, but I decided to do this one, even though I like to switch it up in terms of what machine I actually use. This one's pretty interesting because the machine actually moves with your body as you curl, which I didn't really like at first, but as I kept using it, I kind of got used to it, and it actually helped with body mechanics in terms of getting a full contraction as your body moves in different positions, which I thought was pretty cool. So I actually got used to the machine after a while. and I ended up liking it actually. So I did like to use this one for this workout, and I have used it a lot in the past as well, but it just took a little bit of time for me to actually get used to it. So same with this one, I did 3 different sets. I shot for about 15 to 30-ish reps, like I said before, depending on what the weight was and all of that. But for this one, same thing. I make sure that my knees are lined up with the pivot or axis point of rotation for the machine, or else, like I said before, you can put a lot of pressure on your knees. So for these types of machines, at least at my gym, there's usually a backrest that you can adjust, and that's how I adjust my body, either forward or backwards, to make sure my knees are in line, which is, like I said, something I always try to do. So once I finished these guys, I ended with 3 sets of calf raises as well, which you guys will see in 1 second here. I always like to end with calf raises. I tried my best to not neglect doing calves every time I do legs. Sometimes I don't get around to doing them, but I always try to finish with them. They're just a smaller muscle group that doesn't require as much energy as doing something like squats or leg press, but they're still very important nonetheless. So I did about 30 reps for 3 sets, like I said, for these. And after those 3 sets, that was pretty much the workout as a whole, guys. But I hope you enjoyed the video and the workout. But besides that, guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Alright, what's going on, guys? So right now it is December 24th, Christmas Eve. Don't mind my dog, she's just barking right now. I got to my parents' house pretty late last night, around 1 o'clock. But I'm here for almost a week for Christmas break, so it should be good and fun, spending time with family. But I'm about to get a workout in right now. Since it's Tuesday, I'm going to be training back and biceps. So I'm going to take you guys through that workout in my home gym here that my parents have. So I'm going to show you guys that now, and then we'll get on with the rest of the video after that. I'm not sure exactly how much I'm going to film this week, but I'm going to show you guys at least some of what I do. We'll kind of go from there. I'll show you guys the workout, and then hopefully I'll film a little bit more for you guys and just kind of show you what I'm doing down here. But I'll catch up with you guys soon. Max, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Alright guys, so for this workout I started off with doing the Peloton bike. I usually like to start off with doing some type of cardio warm-up before I start my workouts. In my other gym I have a Stairmaster and a treadmill that I like to use. But I didn't have those in this home gym that I was using, so I used the Peloton to start. I'm actually in my parents' new house, and they're in the process of moving all their equipment over to this new house, so I didn't have too much to work with. But that's okay. I like to get creative sometimes because my routine gets pretty boring and repetitive as I go on. So it is nice to switch things up. So once I was done on the bike, I moved on to doing bent over rows. And I actually used plates for these because we don't have dumbbells right now in this gym. But it was actually pretty refreshing to use these instead of the dumbbells. I felt that I could actually get a pretty good contraction of my back when I did these. So I tried to pause for a second or two and hold it at the top and then come back down nice and slow to get a full range of motion and get full contraction of my back. So these were a nice one to do just for a little bit of a change. I did 3 sets of these, and I tried to shoot for about 15 to 20 reps for each set. I didn't get exactly that amount each set, but like I said, I try to have a range of what I like to do when I am lifting. So I shoot for about 15 to 20 for these. Depending on the weight I use, I kind of adjust my set and rep count based on how challenging it is for me, and then I kind of go from there based on what works and what I think I can do. Like I said in previous videos, I don't actually have like a set rep amount that I go for and then stop if I can do more. I kind of have like a range of what I think I can do, and then I'll always do more if I can, but I don't like to limit how much I can actually do in terms of volume or weight with exercises. But I like to give myself a general range so I can kind of know where I'm at with each weight in general. But that just seems to work for me, so that's what I do. But next, guys, I moved on to doing lat pull downs. So for this machine, there were 2 different attachments or grips that I could use. There was a close grip as well as a wide grip. The close grip actually felt a little bit better for me, so that's what I decided to use for these sets. And when I mean better, I just mean I got a better contraction of my lats and my back in general. The wide grip felt a little awkward for me. I don't know if I was holding it wrong or what it was, but it just didn't feel great for me. So it actually looks like, I forgot I did, I think, 1 set here with the wide grip as well. But then I moved back to doing the close grip after that. These felt pretty good. This is a pretty basic and general exercise that I do for training back. As I mentioned in previous videos, my lats is something that I wanted to bring up a lot for my competition. So I've been focusing on training these a lot specifically and isolating them through different exercises, and the lat pull down machine is a great way to do that. So I did a lot of volume today with these in mind. Besides that, guys, for back, I didn't have too many other machines or things to do, but it was okay because I did a lot of sets in volume with the exercises that I did do and the equipment that I did have, so it all worked out, and it was a good workout as a whole. But after I finished these, I moved on to doing biceps. So for biceps, this is one of the first times I did this, but the only thing I actually did was curls with the dumbbells. So the only weights we have for dumbbells at the home gym right now is 15 pounds. So I literally did like 15 to, I probably did like 10 to 15 sets of curls, doing like 30 reps for each arm, which was not expected. I didn't expect to do that going into the workout, but it actually worked out because I got a really good pump. And the weight was light enough where I could get a full contraction and actually hold at the top for a second or two and then come back down nice and slow. So it ended up working out, and it was a good workout as a whole, but like I said, the curls were the only thing I did for biceps for this workout. But that's pretty much the video as a whole, guys. I'm going to close it out here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and please like it and share it if you enjoyed it as well. But besides that, guys, I will see you in the next one.